I'm Kyle, I'm a producer at Diamond View.
I'm Jason, a director at Diamond View.
And this is Inside the Shot.
Today we're going to be breaking down our latest Carolina Hurricanes video. Let's check it out.
Take warning.
This video was primarily going to be played during the playoffs. This was their playoff anthem. So we knew right away that most of the audience for this video was going to be Carolina Hurricanes fans. So it was important that they were accurately represented in this whole piece.
Yeah, that was one of the things that was unique about this video and this approach was the Carolina Hurricanes represent all of Carolina. So we had to figure out a way to kind of represent each of the different fan bases there, and whether it be from age range to ethnicity to demographic. I mean, all across the board. And that was probably one of our first creative obstacles, was how do we get all over the state without actually going all over the state? And I think we did pretty well. This is actually a shot from the coast of Carolina, and we ended up doing two scenes there. One was actually on the beach, and then one was this scene. So being able to knock both of those out in a day and kind of in a close location was super important.
We did make a decision early on is to shoot this anamorphic and to shoot it on our Lomo lens. One of the benefits of this lens is that we get really crushed, creamy bokeh behind all this stuff. So we knew that we were always going to be focusing on a character or the Carolina Hurricanes memorabilia and something, and that we didn't really care about too much what was going on in the background, but we still wanted it to exist as part of the scene. So using the Lomo helped us kind of hide some of those imperfections or some of the things that we didn't like, while still maintaining a really cinematic, beautiful look.
When using a lens like this, you have to be very picky with your shots and also be willing to have to figure out the shot and what works with that lens. But as you can see, once you get the image, I mean, it's beautiful.
The lens just almost adds, it's almost another character that's helping you narrate the whole story. So this was interesting for me because we had our two talent here, they were ready, and we knew that we wanted to get them in a tailgate scene. And we knew that tailgating was going to go on, but we didn't know exactly where that was going to take place. So this was literally me walking up to these people and asking them if they would like to be part of a Carolina Hurricanes video. They were all in. They gave us a really good performance. I really didn't have to direct them enough. I mean, this is what they do every weekend. You know, they're out here at the Hurricanes game, and it is a real tailgate. We just walked up to it and asked them if we could film something, and we got some really authentic, great performances out of it.
Yeah.
So one of the cool things that happened with this is we had the full support of the Carolina Hurricanes. What's lighting this whole scene is actually a stadium light that we had to have them adjust on the fly. So this is not a studio light or anything, that's actual stadium light, and it's giving us this beautiful flare. But this is another very run and gun kind of shoot. And that kind of lent itself to the creative, so it did work in our benefit. We didn't want everything to feel like it was shot in a studio. But yeah, we had to be nimble, but then also that allowed us to get these kind of shots that we wouldn't be able to normally get. This is from that angle that I was just talking about. You know, we're right against the glass, and then it's funny because I think this gentleman right here was like, hey, do you need us to go crazy? Because we can go crazy.
And I think this shot is a really good example of the Lomo lens. Mm-hmm. You can really see the bokeh and the blur behind there. It's kind of spherical, if you will. But it's really about being able to adjust your creative in the moment and work with what you have, and don't be so rigid that this is what I envision, so this is what I have to do. It's more of like, you know, the overall vision is what was important, and getting there, we changed. A lot of these shots weren't how we originally started out to be. A lot of them changed on set because we reacted to what was being given to us, and I think that turned out for the best.
And that's inside the shot.
For more content like this, check out our YouTube page or follow us on Instagram.